Hello, everybody. I wanted to talk to you about some questions that I've gotten regarding your presentations. If you are not doing a presentation for your project, if you're doing a paper instead or something else, you don't have to worry about this. This is strictly about the notes that you do for a presentation, okay? So what I am showing you right now is a sort of random slide from a presentation, right? So what I'm looking at here at the bottom here, so you have the slide up here, the changes in electrical charges, and then below that you have here this thing that describes what is on the slide and what the presenter is going to say, pardon me, for that slide. So the questions that I have gotten about the notes that you have to submit with your presentation, they are, I think I described them as a script, right? I think that's how I described them in the assignment. The requirement for that is not that you do this busy work where you record your presentation and then you write out word for word what it was that you said. If you've done that or you're planning on doing that, that is completely missing the point of what that requirement is there for. What that requirement is there for is to ensure that you've done this part, is to ensure that you've done this part for your presentation, that, you know, whatever happens to be on the slide, whether it be bullet points or, you know, let's skip to a different slide here to help me show this to you. So, okay. So for example, so for this slide, so for this slide, there's one bullet point, right? It has two little other bullet points below it. But understand, like, look at the notes versus looking at the slide. The notes are not the same information than what's on the slide. And that's what I'm asking you to do. I'm going to be looking at your slides, which is fine. And you're going to be talking over your slides, which is fine. But what I want to know is that you've prepared enough to think through what additional information you want to provide in your presentation that backs up what is on your slide. And those are the notes that I'm looking for. That's the script that I'm looking for. Maybe that wasn't the best word to use, but that's the idea behind it. This is the information that I'm looking for, is whatever your notes are that remind you to say something about what's on that slide. So like if I'm presenting this slide to you, I would say, you know, this is, you know, central nervous system. So we're talking here about the spinal cord, and it includes the central nervous system, and it includes the spinal cord and the brain. The brain has two types of matter in it, gray and white. And the gray matter includes grayish neurons and neural segments that are involved in spinal reflexes. And the white matter includes axon bundles that carry messages to and from the brain. I don't read off the slide, right? I am reading, but I'm reading something else, right? And you might have notes that are detailed enough that you actually read through them as you're doing your presentation, and that is fine. Or you just might have notes that remind you of what to say, and then you just kind of talk over it in a more casual way, and that is fine too. So that is the requirement for the notes. That's what the purpose of it is. And I hope that this helps. All right, everybody, if you have any more questions, please let me know. Thanks.